Genesis 26:4.
Welcome to the first episode of That's Really Effed Up. The purpose of this sub-channel is to provide an outlet for all the interesting things that I've captured or observed that don't conform with the conventional Sasquatch paradigm. There are many. These are things that may originate with Sasquatch, or in a few cases may be misidentified humans. In the remaining cases they could be, well, I will let you use your imagination. In late November of 2018, around 10 a.m., I placed a recorder well hidden in the root ball of a large tree that had recently fallen over. I left it there to soak for about 9 days. I immediately headed back home, not wanting to further disturb the area. This clip from the recording occurred roughly at 2:30 in the afternoon on the same day. It's important to note that I wasn't within 40 miles of the site when this clip was captured. I began this episode with a recording from a shortwave radio. As a kid, I used to listen to broadcasts from around the world, imagining what the speakers looked like and what was happening around them. I still get that same excitement I had as a kid when I discover a cut from a recording that just doesn't sound right for some reason. I began imagining what was happening and exactly how was I able to capture it. Was it human, Sasquatch, or something else? Is there a phenomenon in the forest that will occasionally turn on and allow audio from somewhere else to be heard and recorded? This would be akin to what I would call super EVPs. They seem to fade in and blink out for no apparent reason. If I had been there, would the sources of the sounds have been visible? Would they know that I'm there and be still, or not care? Now is a good time to state Stephen's hypothesis. When Sasquatch are in an area, there usually will be an accompanying increase in paranormal activity. In particular, I've noticed EVPs on videos when I know that Sasquatch are nearby. This could also explain orbs that are reportedly seen near sightings. I will now play for you the first half of this recording. Please use headphones, as I believe there are many subtle EVPs spread throughout this clip, in addition to the louder voices and sounds. At the end of this clip, I will provide analysis of one prominent voice heard and explain why that voice alone moved the clip into the That's Really Effed Up files. Here it is.
Hey.
Try to break down the one piece of audio. It's the one that sounds like a voice going hey or something along those lines. At least that's kind of what I heard it to be. And if you listen to it, this is a cut off of the original that you heard a few minutes ago, and it's right there highlighted in blue right here, and it's
Hey. 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 Hey.
And so what I'm going to do then is I'm going to go back to here. I went too far. I'm going to mute this one, and this is the exact same one. I just cut it and pasted it there temporarily to
Hey. T. T.
Okay.
T.
And what I did next was I realized that at least in my mind, it sounded exactly like my voice, or very, very close. And you can imagine that kind of was really, really strange and weird. When I played it back the first time, I'm not 100% sure I noticed it because it was so low, and I had to bring some things out. But when I got it to this level, I had to look. It's like, wait a minute, I wasn't there, and that's why I made the point earlier of I was back home on the couch watching Oprah Winfrey. Just joking, watching something probably. But anyway, what I decided to do then was I made a recording using the same recorder of me trying to mimic what I captured, and because it was said exactly the way I do a lot of times up there. I go, hey, talking to my wife or other things, to get attention when we're not, close enough together, things like that. So anyway, here is, I'm going to mute that one you just heard, and I'm going to play, I got a couple others muted here, and this is the one that I recorded on a recorder recently. Hey, 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 hey. That's me. And this was the other.
T. T. T.
And so what I did then was I got some of the noise off of this top original one. I cut and pasted it, and that's what you see here, to kind of give it and I'll mute that one. And so these two add together now when I play it back, and you can hear, whoops, recue it. Hey, 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 hey. Okay, and then the composite of those two is this guy right down here, I think. Not that you really need that at this point, but hey, 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 hey. Okay, I'm going to take this one. I'm going to move it up right after this one, and I'm going to unmute it, and I'll mute this one. I think that's it. And so now I'm going to play these two back to back, and it looks like they're about the same level. So, and noise floor is a little bit higher on the newly recorded one, but it'll be okay for this, I think. So now I'm just going to play it back to back to back to back, and it'll go from the first one here was recorded out in the field, and this is the one I did in the studio, or whatever you want to call it, office here today.
T.
Hey.
T.
Hey.
T.
Hey.
T.
And I'll get them a little closer together. There won't be as much of a gap between them.
T.
Hey.
T.
Hey.
T.
Hey.
T.
Hey.
T.
Hey. The funny part is the first one sounds like me more than the second one. I know that sounds ridiculous, but how you always hear your voice, and then when you record it or whatever, it sounds a little differently. Well, the voice I hear in my head, and this is maybe it's my imagination, but it sounds more like my real voice, than the recorded one. So take that. Hey.
T.
Hey. But anyway, that was the part that when I realized what it was, really kind of blew my mind. Hopefully you guys will see the similarities, because it just, I played them both back for my wife, and she couldn't really tell the difference which one was me and which one was from the field. And it's not the exact same recording environment, so there's going to be differences. I tried to get them as close together as possible, amplitude, noise, and all that. But and I used the same recorder or one very similar, same model number, Tascam DR05, I think it was. So anyway, that's this part of it. That's it for episode 1, part 1 of That's Really Effed Up. Boy, that was some weird stuff, I tell you what.